guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have my house set up now for how I think we're gonna need it for the first couple weeks when we first come home from the hospital. This is my second baby, so I think I have this figured out this time. So I figured I would show you guys my newborn essentials and how I'm preparing my house for our newborn. All right, so I'm gonna start downstairs. I live in a 2-story house and all of the bedrooms are upstairs. So that means I pretty much plan on living upstairs with the baby in my room for the first couple weeks. So I don't have a ton of stuff down here, but I will show you what I do have. So I have set up these 2 drawers for all of my feeding supplies. And these containers I got from the Dollar Tree. And in this one, I have all sorts of different types of bottles. And all of these came in those free registry boxes that you get. So I do plan on breastfeeding, but I wanted to have a couple different options of bottles in case I need them. Over here I have all of the different types of pacifiers. I recommend getting a whole bunch of different kinds because you do not know what pacifier your baby is going to like. And then I have a bunch of bibs in here. And then I have a bunch of formula samples that were either sent to me or my doctor's office gave me. I don't think I'm going to use them. I'm going to be breastfeeding, but it's nice to have something on hand just in case. So I have those in here as well. And then over here I have a bunch of storage bags. These are the Lancino, but I also use the Target ones as well. So that's just what I have in this drawer. And then in this next drawer right underneath it, I'm keeping all of my pumping parts. And then under here is my Boone grass drying rack. So after I sterilize these, I will use that. And then down here, this is the soap that I'm gonna use for my pump parts and my bottles and all of that stuff. I just found it at Target. It's by Dapple Baby, fragrance free, all that stuff. And then this brush I also found at Target. It has a suction cup, which is really nice. You can just suction it right next to your sink. So this part you can obviously clean the main part of the bottle and pump parts. And then what I thought was really cool is this bottom part comes out, and this is really good for cleaning like bottle nipples and all of that stuff. So again, I got both the dish soap and dish brush from Target. And when she is a newborn, I plan on giving her sink baths. So I'm just keeping all of her bath stuff right near the sink in our pantry. So what I have inside here is the Mistela Gentle Cleansing Gel for hair and body. So this is the soap we are gonna be using when she takes her baths. I have just some little washcloths, this really cute hooded towel, and this is the tub that I decided to go with for her. It's the Boone Soak Tub, and I really like this because it's for 3 different stages. So when she's a newborn, you can literally just set it right in the sink, and I love that it has this part. A lot of tubs that I looked at does not have this, so you can prop them up against it, and it has a very soft headrest. You can use it in your actual bathtub as well. So this graph shows you how it works and how it can kind of grow with your baby by changing the position of this. And then there's also a color changing plug which helps gauge the water temperature. And this tub is recommended for 0 months through 18 months. So that is everything that I have downstairs, and now we are gonna head upstairs and I'm gonna show you everything that I have set up. That is gonna be our main area. All right, so here is my room, and this is where I plan on recovering and taking care of her for the first couple weeks or so. So this is kind of how I have it set up right now. This is her bassinet, and it comes on this little rocker stand, which is nice. I most likely won't leave this shoved in the corner. I'm probably gonna have the rocking piece go right next to my bed over there. And I really like that you can just pick this part up. So I can actually keep this right in bed with me. She'll be safe. I don't have to worry about rolling over on her or anything. And it's just so much easier to breastfeed when they are right next to you. You don't have to get up. So that's what I plan on doing as far as her sleeping situation goes. And all I have in here is this breathable mattress, which is waterproof, and a sheet. And then I'm not going to keep this in here, but this is just a cute little stroller toy for when she gets older. I'll probably move this back into her nursery, but I just thought it looked cute in there. So this is what she's going to be sleeping in when she is in our room, and I plan on having her sleep with us probably for the first 6 months or so. And then I just have the 4 Moms Mamaroo up here as well. My son did not love the swing, but I know a lot of babies do, so I do think it's important to have some sort of swing rocker option for them, especially at the newborn stage. And then next to that, I have one of these decor diaper pails, which always comes in handy. Then I have my nightstand area kind of cleaned out as well. I have just some diapers, wipes, and bibs in this first drawer. And then down here is where it's gonna kind of be like my breastfeeding station. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of water. I'm also gonna have some snacks in here as well, because you get really hungry when you're breastfeeding. But then I have this breastfeeding basket as well, which I am going to show you everything that's in here. So the first item, which is my #1 item I would say that I'm most excited about this time around, is the Haka, and this is a manual breast pump. I wish I knew about these the first time around with my son, but these are a total game changer, and if you plan on breastfeeding, you definitely need one of these. So these are the 2 different sizes that the Haka comes in. The smaller one holds 4 ounces and the larger one holds over 5. And I just went ahead and got 2 so I could have a backup, but you definitely don't need to. I would recommend getting the larger one that holds over 5 ounces because it's always nice to have one that can hold more versus less. So it comes with this little removable cover, and what I love about it is you use it while you are breastfeeding your baby. So you're feeding on one side and then you have this on the other side, and what it's doing is collecting all of your letdown milk, so you're able to build up an extra little stash of milk without having to pump after, risking making yourself oversupply, becoming engorged, and all of that stuff. Another really helpful feature is the suction cup at the bottom, so when you're all done and you have your milk in there, you can just put it on the nightstand while you're changing and taking care of your baby before you put the milk in the fridge, so that way it won't get knocked over. And you can secure the top on so nothing gets in the milk and you are good to go. Okay, so as you can tell, I'm clearly very excited to use the Haka this time around. So that is in my breastfeeding basket. Also, just this nipple shield and container. And then I just have a bunch of various size breast pads. I might go ahead and get a cotton one, but these are all disposable samples that I have. Another thing that I really enjoyed using the first time around with my son is this Tender Care Hydrogel soothing gel pad. So if you get like chapped or sore nipples, you can put this on there and it really helps. And then I also have these After Ease drops, which are supposed to be amazing to add to your drink for those contractions that you get when you're breastfeeding. This is my second baby and I heard that those contractions get worse with each baby, so I've heard good things about this and I'm definitely gonna be using that when I'm breastfeeding. This is another Mustela product and it's a no rinse cleansing water, which I think is gonna be really helpful for when you're breastfeeding and the milk gets in the little crevices of your baby and they begin to stink after a while. This is just a really good option for you to clean them off. I plan on just keeping like some paper towels nearby or something and putting a little bit of this on, and then you can kind of just wipe them down in between baths and that'll just kind of help them from getting that, you know, sour milk smell. And then over here is just my pump. This is the Motif Duo. I'm not exactly sure when I'm gonna start pumping, but I just figured I would have this handy just in case. This is an organic nursing balm, so I figured it was safe for the baby. It's by the Badger brand. And then I have a bunch of other little samples of nipple cream as well. Then I just threw some other samples in here, like this is a sanitizing wipe in case I need that for something. There's a little sample of lotion. I also have this breastfeeding supplement in here that I got as a sample. It's mixed berry flavored and it's supposed to just help with your milk production. So I'm excited to try that out, and if I like it, I'll get some more. I'm also just going to be keeping a bib in here and a burp cloth because breastfeeding can get very messy. And this is actually something that my mom made for me and my sisters. It's actually made out of one of those cloth diapers, which you can buy for really cheap in a huge pack. And these are the best, most absorbent burp cloths. They were so helpful for my first son, from just spit up to cleaning up anything. It's amazing how absorbent they are, and you're not going to feel bad if you ruin one, if it's just like gross beyond saving. You can throw it away and you're not going to feel bad because you can buy a whole big pack of these for cheap. So that is just going to be my breastfeeding drawer. And then on top of my nightstand, I have the Hatch Baby Rest Nightlight and Sound Machine. This thing is going to be great, especially at nighttime for nighttime feedings. You can just turn a dim light on and it's not going to overstimulate the baby and wake them up completely. And then this is my little diaper caddy. So I highly recommend getting some sort of diaper caddy. It's not only super helpful for when you are recovering, just to have everything in one place, but especially if you're like me and have the baby's nursery upstairs and your main living space downstairs. It is so nice to just be able to travel around with one of these things and have everything you're gonna need all in one place. I'll show you real quick how I have mine set up for the newborn stage. So I have another one of those awesome burp cloths that I talked about in here. I have some diapers, and then I also have the water wipes that we're going to be using for the first couple months. I have an extra swaddle blanket in here. There's also just an extra onesie in case we need it. That way I don't have to run to her nursery. In here I have an extra Wubbanub. I have a little thing of boogie wipes. Hopefully she's not going to need this when she's a newborn, but if they do get stuffed up, this stuff is really helpful to help get out any of that like snot and stuff. So I have that. Another item that I wanted to pick up this time around that was really helpful with my son is this Mommy's Bliss Gripe water. So this is just for if they have like gas, they're colicky, or just really fussy and you can't figure it out. This stuff is really good to use. In this box is a little baby brush set. This brush is this very gentle silicone brush that works really well if your baby has cradle cap. And then this one is just a wooden paddle type brush with super soft bristles. So I just figured I'd keep that handy in here as well. So that is everything for the main pocket. And then over here I just have some lotion. This is the Aveeno Baby, and these are just sample sizes. And then this is the Eucerin Eczema Relief. And over here is just another sample of this butt paste diaper rash cream, and this thing I absolutely love. This is the travel size. I also have a large size in her nursery, or like the normal size. So this thing is absolutely amazing. It's by Baby Bum, and what this does is it lets you apply diaper rash cream, which is the stickiest, hardest to get off your hand substance ever. You squeeze it right onto here and apply it directly to your baby's butt, and then you just have to wipe it or rinse it off of this, and it avoids all of that sticky mess all over your hands. It seems so simple, but until you have had to deal with diaper rash cream, you will not appreciate the genius that is this Baby Bum paddle thing. I am really excited to have this time around. And then over here I just have this waterproof pad. So what I plan on doing with this pad is just laying it flat on my bed, and when I change her, just changing her right on here. I do have a big changing pad in her nursery, and I'll bring it in here if I really need it, but I figured this thing could work. I could just lay it flat on the bed and change her right on here. It's waterproof, really easy to wash, and it's super portable. So that is my plan as far as changing her during like this recovery newborn stage. And then over here in this pocket I just have a bunch of stuff for me. This is just a hand sanitizing spray. I have a thing of lip balm, headphones, and then these are just a couple samples of stretch mark cream. So this is just a handy little pocket to keep stuff that I might need while, you know, we're in here. So this is how I have my diaper caddy set up, and I think it's going to have everything we should need for the first couple weeks, but this is something that's definitely going to change and evolve over time as she grows. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is I thought it was really helpful having some sort of tray right on the bed. Between breastfeeding and just having water for yourself, it's nice to have a hard surface to put things on, because if you're pretty much living in a bed, the last thing you want is like liquid spills to be happening. So this is really nice. You can find these trays anywhere, and I highly recommend keeping some sort of water bottle nearby. This one is great. It's by Healthy Human. I got it on Amazon for like 14 bucks. It keeps your drinks cold or hot, however you want it. And I always find that I drink more water when there's a straw. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but that is definitely an essential that I will be keeping in here. And then just some reading supplies, because I don't know, just in case I get sick of looking at my phone and I want something to do, I have that in here. The other thing I recommend having handy right near your bed is a really long charging cord. I got this one, it's 10 feet from 5 Below, so it's right next to me. I will have plenty of room, and that's just gonna make my life a lot easier. And then I'm gonna show you what she's pretty much gonna be living in as far as clothing goes for the newborn stage. This is a knotted gown. It's super long, and you can knot it obviously here at the bottom, and it opens up and pulls up so you can change them without having to take their clothes off entirely. These are amazing and super useful during that newborn stage. They don't want to be messed with. They don't want things going on and off their heads a million times. So this just makes nighttime or just any time of day changes so much simpler, just being able to pull it up from the bottom and then pull it back down. This one also has those little mitts that fold over so she can't scratch her face. And this one is by Caden Lane. I love this pattern. I have it in a swaddle blanket. Her bed sheets are this. I just think it's so pretty. The next newborn essential clothing item that I am really excited to try this time around are these magnetic sleepers. So there are no buttons, no zippers, no snaps. They literally just magnetize down. I'm doing this with one hand, so it's a little hard, but they're just fully magnetized. So they make changes super easy as well. You literally just open them up, and then when you're done, they just snap right back on. Super easy. I did not have these with my son, and when I found out about them, I was all over it. I think I have 3 or 4 of these, and these also come with the little mittens as well. And then I have 2 types of sleep sacks that we're going to be trying out. This one is by the brand Swaddle Me, and it just uses Velcro to swaddle them in. I've heard a lot of good things about this brand, but I also heard that sometimes the Velcro can wake a baby up if they're very sensitive and a light sleeper. So I also found this kind, which has a zipper, and this is the Woomy brand. And what I liked about this is obviously because it has a zipper, it's a lot quieter, but it can zip from the bottom up as well. So if they're sleeping in here, you don't have to take it all the way off. You can just unzip the bottom part to change them real quick. So this is another option. Like I said, I don't know if she's gonna be even interested in these sleep sacks, but I think they're a nice thing to have on hand just in case. And then just the last thing I wanted to share with you guys is this is our bathroom that's right off of our bedroom. And in here I just have some of my postpartum stuff. Like I said, I will most likely be getting a C-section, so I don't have a ton of like dermoplast sprays or anything like that that you would use for a vaginal birth, but I do have a ton of them in my cart, so I can order them off of Amazon if I need to. But in here, people recommended using like a Depends type diaper for postpartum bleeding, and I think it is so genius because these thick pads and the mesh underwear are so baggy and feel so gross that these kind of hold everything together, and you don't feel like you're, I don't know, carrying around this heavy, saggy pad around all day. So I have a bunch of these diapers, but then I also do have some pads just in case. And the other thing I have in here is this belly bandit, which is really nice if you're recovering from a C-section, to put around your midsection to just hold everything in. So I actually got a lot of use out of this when I was recovering from my C-section with my son. It just kind of helps hold everything in. You're gonna feel like you just need some extra support, especially if you're like laughing or sneezing or something. Everything just feels weird down there, so having some extra support is really nice. So I'm just gonna keep that in here. And then right now I just have my straightener, my curling iron, and my like everyday makeup all set aside and ready to go. In case I go into labor, I can just grab those real quick. And then across the hall from my bedroom is our laundry room, and I figured I would show you this because there is a ton of laundry with the newborns, but this is what I picked up as far as laundry stain supplies go. This is Dreft. I'm sure everyone's heard of it before. So this is a detergent option. I also picked up their laundry stain remover as well, just, you know, because there's a lot of different blowouts and formula milk stains happening when they're newborns. So this is a green type of all natural laundry detergent, and it works super good. It's the lavender with vanilla scent, and I am obsessed with it. So I think it's important, especially with everyone who's gonna be holding the baby and things like that, to wash your clothes as well in some sort of natural detergent. So I'm gonna be washing our clothes in this that are gonna be coming in contact with the baby, and then all of her stuff I'm gonna be using Dreft. I hope you guys found this video helpful. I just wanted to show you all of my newborn essentials. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. If there's anything that you guys can think of that you didn't see here that you think are necessities as well, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.